Hello, I'm Chris Melke, and this is another issue, our segment of SouthernDistillingNews.com. I'm the editor of Southern Distilling News, and today we have for you a special thing. We have, as you know, we try to profile Southern distillers, and right now I'm going to review Balcones. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but that's why I'll say it. Texas single malt whiskey. So if you probably can Google all about this distillery on there. There's various struggles with the leadership and stuff like that. They've gone on through the years, but we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about their wonderful whiskey. So as you can see, their whiskey is a single malt. That means that it has been malted in one distillery. Usually the grain is barley. It's only a single grain that's put into the actual whiskey itself. It's also it's very dark, so it's quite a mahogany color. Mine has a date of it of 9/1/15, so that's when it was bottled, and mine says it's bottled at least for 14 months. So let's go ahead and try a taste of it. So as you can see in the glass, what I usually do is I swirl it around and look for viscosity to see how it sticks to the side. This is a malt, so it's going to be very viscous. It's going to definitely go over the sides of the glass and coat the sides of the glass, which is great. Let's take a little smell. So what I'm getting is some chocolate, definitely some banana flavors on the top of it. Very sweet. It's a very sweet malt, so that's something to look for if you're looking for that. And then we'll take a little taste. So it's very malty, it has a hint of an orange on it, like a hint on the top. It's very, you get some of that woodsy notes in there, some of the oak because you're picking it up. And then you're also getting, on the end, you're getting some allspice and some tannins that come in just from the actual drink itself, the back end of the drink. So there is some spice to it, which is nice. There is a little bit of a kick to it, so that's very good. And so what we'll do is we'll make a drink with it. So the drink we're going to make is called a Boulevardier. So I'm going to move this out of the way. So a Boulevardier is, we're going to put a little bit of a spin on it, because what it is that we're going to actually make a Texas Boulevardiers, because we're going to use a Texas whiskey. So it's pretty simple. You take your whiskey, you're going to take 1 part vermouth, and then you're going to take 1 part Campari. So you know what this kind of reminds you of is a Negroni. So but basically you're swapping out the gin for the whiskey. So that's a nice thing to have. You know, if you're not a big gin fan, you can try one of these. So we'll just do 1 part of that. Oh, and then the other thing too, I'm doing a little bit wrong here, but we'll correct that in a minute, because you know, when you're live, you never kind of just gotta go with the flow of things. So these are all 1 part. It's gonna go there. Spill a little bit there. All right, so it's all 1 part that's in there. And then what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna put it in a shaker. So I've got my shaker right here. I should have put this in a shaker before, but hey, you know, I put some ice in it, so you got some ice in there. And we'll just shake it up and then drain it into the glass. So you can read this review on the site. They're going a little bit more in depth on it, some of the stories behind it. So as you can see, I'm just pouring into a rocks glass. You can garnish with a cherry or an orange. And so this is called a Texas Boulevardier. It's very nice, refreshing, good for a spring day. So that's, you know, I enjoy this whiskey. This is a very smooth whiskey. Definitely has some great body to it. So if you're looking for something that has a little bit more of a body and some spice to it, definitely recommend the Balcones single malt whiskey. Thanks, and that's it from the Southern Distilling News. Cheers.